rugged coastline of Pembrokeshire is home to an array of wildlife, both above and below the waves. In spring, great flocks of seabirds descend on Welsh shores. But one particular seabird has captured the imagination of local artist David Miller.
So initially it wasn't hard to get pictures at all. They just weren't coming close enough. They'd come and come and come, and then you'd see the little legs then paddling away in panic. But then the decoys came about. It was instant success. It gives them that confidence that there's something in between them and that other creature. So you'd have people saying, "There's a puffin following that man." They just think it's hilarious. I just thought it was doing a really good job, like practical. I've helped people to get really close, and you could see the brightness in their eyes. I've never ever seen, in 20 years of diving Pembrokeshire, never seen so many sand eels. I really hope that it continues to hold its own and that it stays the really special place that it is. I actually grew up in the most unpromising of circumstances. I was in a mill town called Oldham. And from an early age, I was really aware of the distinction between that environment and whenever we went out into the countryside. For years I've suffered with anxiety and depression. I think like a lot of sensitive people, especially with the environment. There's a wonderful Sylvia Earle quote: "Every time I slip into the ocean, it's like going home." I've been from feeling quite ill with anxiety to coming home in the evening to feeling on top of the world. There's magic for me in any studio, but there's more magic on a Pembrokeshire reef. It's like going back in time. You've got the ancient forces. You can feel, however many millennia later, the fire and the ice that have forged this land. But there's something, a feeling that you're just scratching the surface with just how deep it all goes. Quite profound, really.
My name is Rachel Bigsby. I'm a wildlife photographer and Nikon creator, best known for my work with seabirds from Skomer Island to Shetland. I'm on location to film Atlantic Puffins for an inspiring film with the Marine Diaries.
They are telling the story of David Miller, an artist who is inspired by nature to create beautiful works in his home studio. David crafts some peculiar inventions to get him closer to his subject, the puffin, one of the UK's most iconic seabirds.
I love seabirds because they are fascinating, resilient and beautiful birds that are vital but sadly overlooked components of coastal marine ecosystems. Photographing seabirds is very special to me, and I feel privileged to do so given that they are one of the most threatened groups of species in the world. I do feel very honoured to gain an insight into their mysterious lives through photography and hopefully capture images that may ignite a new love for the birds in people's hearts. Much like a seabird, I, a photographer, must adapt to the ever-changing conditions faced when working alongside Mother Nature, which is why I use a combination of the Nikon D850, Z9 and Z7 II cameras with a variety of Nikon lenses. I take a lot of inspiration from David, a man who shares his love for nature through his art, and I admire his determination to find novel ways to encourage ethical and responsible interactions with wildlife. Stay tuned for the Marine Diaries full film coming soon.